So Steve, I can put you in a nasty position here where I can swing this Versus at you, and you can choose to either lose your commander or lose half your life.
Is this the turn where Steve
just wins the game?
Like goes off?
I mean, look at his face.
It is.
When do we get to the part where he cuts his own ear off? Because I feel like that needs to happen now.
That cannot be allowed to stay.
It's on the stack.
Hello and welcome to Chad Magic. My name's Christian.
And I'm Wally, and today we're jumping off roofs into haystacks, we're climbing walls, we're hiding behind dustbins.
Parkour.
We are playing with the new commanders from Assassin's Creed, and not only are we playing with the new commanders, but we're welcoming back some old friends to the show, aren't we, Christian?
Absolutely. We've got Lewis and Steve from Gathering the Magic, everyone's favourite prickly pair.
I wouldn't call them that.
The mother of Marmosets himself and Steve. So yeah, we're really excited to welcome back our good friends for another exciting episode, and I am actually... I never thought I'd get this excited for Mardu. I've built the Altair deck, and I've managed to...
You are very excited.
Yeah. Wally got annoyed because he was like, how on earth have you managed to build a control deck in Mardu? It can be done.
It's disgusting. But I'm doing disgusting 5-colour things. Steve's doing disgusting blue things.
Well, he's on mono blue, yeah.
And Lewis is doing very, very fair Golgari things, actually.
Yeah. So it's going to be a really, really great episode. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Special thanks to Whatnot for sponsoring the episode.
Thank you, Whatnot.
Yeah, we'll be doing our stream really, really soon on the 10th of July, where we'll be cracking some Assassin's Creed boosters alongside some MH3, so it's going to be really cool.
Really excited. So if you'd like the chance to get some MH3 packs or some of these cards that we're playing with on the show, then do join us then. If you join using our affiliate link that's going to be on screen and below, you'll just get £10. Genuinely, that's £10 for you to spend. It doesn't even have to be with us, spend with anyone. It supports the channel, but crucially, it's £10 in your pocket and nobody else's. But £10 does just get you a mug. If you've been looking at these with envy, we have all the colours except black. We've only got one black.
Yeah, it might be gone.
Might be gone. So, please do consider.
You can have any colour you want apart from black. And also a big shout out to our patrons as well. Thank you so much for supporting the show. We love and appreciate you. We'll bring you up now if you would consider joining the Patreon. It starts at just £1 a month. So if you enjoy the show, you want to support us, you can do that. Join our Discord, and then top tier patrons get to play Spell Table with us, and also bonus content as well. If that's too rich for you, don't worry. You can help out the channel loads by liking and subscribing as well. That really helps. Yeah, please interact.
Yep, we love your comments, we read them all, we respond to as many as we can, and please do, if you're going to MC Vegas, drop us a comment and let us know, because we'd love to get some games with our friends across the pond.
Absolutely. Is there anything else, or can we start parkouring?
Parkour!
And just like magic, we're back, and we are ready to play. And I won the die roll. Brilliant. So my name's Christian. I'm playing Altaïr Ibn Lad. So he's I've probably butchered that whatever that's meant to pronounce anyway. He wants to basically bring assassins back from the graveyard, but in a sneaky way. I exile them, and then I can bring them all back in one go on every attack. So it's a bit of a weird one, but it is good.
I hate it. I'm Lewis from Gathering the Magic. Today I've got Cleopatra, Exile Pharaoh. We've got Cleopatra coming at you. We're going to have lots of legendary creatures, lots of +1 counters, and hopefully win a game. Who knows?
My name's Wally, and today I'm playing Ezio, Auditore di Firenze. Mamma mia.
Mamma mia! Oh no, it's an assassin!
I'm rushing to put my cup of tea down.
So my commander cares about assassins, so if I deal damage with my commander or with another assassin, I can cast assassins for a reduced mana cost, and it has a spicy activated ability that lets me literally assassinate another player at the table. So maybe that will be important.
Hopefully
Steve.
not me. Hopefully not me.
Before you go into it, Steve, I noticed you've arranged that very nicely.
I'm Steve. I'm playing Leonardo da Vinci. Is Leonardo to Wally's house this time around. I want to put big artifacts into the graveyard, exile them, and then bring them back as little tiny thopters that aren't scary for anyone. So, yeah, I'm not the threat.
Says the man with turn 3 Blightsteel in hand.
Not
anyway, let's go.
Right, I'm going to kick us off with a Nomad Outpost comes in tapped, and I'm going to say go.
Okay, draw for turn. I will play a forest, and I do have a turn 1 action.
Oh, get him.
We're going to tap a forest for a Hardened Scales.
Oh dear, that's very good in that deck.
Counters put on a creature. That many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead.
Right,
cool.
Say go.
So I'll draw for turn. And I'm going to play a Stomping Ground, which will enter tapped, and I'll pass the turn.
Thank you.
Good fair magic.
I'll
Yeah.
draw.
You know you
I
can
will-
shock that in.
Got no turn wonderfully, so.
Most powerful play in Magic. Island untapped, pass.
And
This is
draw.
really bad. Steve's got an island that he can tap for a blue mana.
I'm going to play a Vault of Champions. It comes in untapped because I have 2 or more opponents, and I'm going to say go.
Okay, untap. Draw a card. Okay, Forest Swamp for a nice little turn to Skullbriar, the Walking Grave. It's got haste, so I'll go straight to attack. And Steve, coming at you for 1.
Could have guessed it.
Almost did it before he declared the attack.
That was a trigger
Okay,
here, isn't
it does have a trigger, so it's dealt combat damage to a player. I put a +1/+1 counter on it. Thanks to hardened scales, I believe,
It will be 2.
put 2.
Okay, so that's quite a good turn 2 play.
Pass to you.
I've got a really pretty good turn 2 play as well, so I'll draw my card for
I'd say
turn.
it was an alright turn 2 play. I don't think they should be thrown out that you're the threat so quick. That's, we're friends over here.
Yeah,
Old Altair and Cleopatra.
I can clearly see you're trying to suck up to me.
Yeah.
And it's working.
Right, so I'm going to play a Swamp, and I'm a big fan of Christian's White Source, because I'm going to tap for 2 for a Felwar Stone, which I'm then going to tap for an Esper Sentinel, that well-known assassin.
I'm going to respond to Esper Sentinel.
Sure.
I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to cast a Thrill of Possibility. I'm going to discard a Garza's Assassin. My graveyard is relevant. This creature allows me to sacrifice it to destroy target non-black creature. I can recover by paying half my life rounded up.
Okay.
I'm going to then draw 2 from the Thrill of Possibility. Then your Esper Sentinel will resolve.
Okay, and yeah, that's it for me. I'll pass the turn to Steve.
Okay, untap. I'm the threat apparently. Draw.
You're in mono blue, so you're definitely in
I will
threat.
play an island.
And it's just Steve.
I will tap 2 for a Thought Vessel.
Would you like to pay for Esper Sentinel?
You can't.
You
Can't on cast, can I say?
No.
Why would you do this
So
to
I'll
us?
draw a card.
Why would you do it to us?
I've got no card drawing deck, so I had to put it in, really.
And I will pass turn there.
Alright, I'll untap, keep and draw. We will go for a Spectator Seating, which comes in untapped because I have 2 or more opponents, and we'll bring out Altair.
He's here.
And he's here, he's Altair, and
Here he
he's
is.
here to drink some beer. Pass.
I'm just going to scoot, guys. See you later. I'll be upstairs if you need me.
Okay, untap, draw. I'll play a Reliquary Tower for turn. I'll tap a Forest and Reliquary Tower for a Rampant Growth.
Would you like to pay for Esper Sentinel? You can if you want to.
Pay. Don't let him keep drawing cards. He honestly don't
Do
let
it,
him.
Lewis.
Pay.
Have you got anything else to do?
Potentially.
That's a no.
But is
No,
it,
I do.
Is it a non-creature spell though? Because
Yes, I'll pay. There you go.
Okay.
Search my library for a
I
card.
knew you were a team player, unlike that pesky Steve.
Okay, so I've searched my library for this basic land. I'm putting it onto the field tapped. And then I will go straight to my attacks. And Wally, we've got 3 coming at you.
Makes sense to block that.
not with my Esper Sentinel, I don't think. I'm actually going to let it keep getting bigger because basically it's going to go Christian next, I would assume, when it's going to have 2 more counters on it. So I will take the 3 down to 37.
Okay, I've dealt combat damage, so I get a counter. And
But it's
thanks to my
actually 2.
hardened scales, I get another one. And pass the turn.
Okay, I will untap and draw. Okay. I'm going to shock in a breeding pool.
Flex.
Thank you. Christian, I will tap for 2 for Ezio, Auditor de Firenze. He's a 3/2 with Menace, and assassin spells I cast have free running for 2 black. What that means is, if I've dealt combat damage with my commander or with another assassin this turn, I can cast assassins for 2 black, so that's a cost reduction on most of them, basically. And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, I can pay Wooburg, and if that player has 10 or less life, they lose the game, basically. And then I'm going to tap for 2 to cast Farseek. So I'll search my library for a non-forest. So I'll have a Ziatora's Proving Ground come into the battlefield tapped, and I will then pass the turn.
Okay, untap, keep, draw. We'll play an island. We'll tap 2 for... No, I'm not going to feed the Esper Sentinel. I'm going to tap 3 to play Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci.
He was world-renowned architect.
Wait, did you say you're not paying for the Esper Sentinel?
Yeah, I'm not playing any non-creature spells. I was going to, and I'm not going to. I'm not feeding that thing, so I'm going to pass.
Good.
sorry to interrupt the content we know you're enjoying, but we did have a quick announcement.
Yep, so on Wednesday the 10th of July, coming very soon, Christy and I will be live on Whatnot at 6 PM, cracking Assassin's Creed packs, cracking MH3 packs, and if you join Whatnot using our affiliate link that's coming up on screen, you'll just get £10. So please consider joining us, it supports the channel and it's also really good fun. But what's even more fun than that? This episode of
Let's free run back into the content. That was awful, let's go. Right, I'll untap and draw. So I'm going to play a Maze of Ith as my land for turn.
Interesting.
We'll tap for 2, and we will play a Flesh Taker. It's 2/2. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, I gain 1 life and scry 1, and I can pay 1 and sacrifice another creature to give it +2/+2 until end of turn. Right, Steve's probably not going to block. We've been friends. If I don't attack you, we can not attack me this turn. Nothing.
No.
That's such an awful deal.
Oh, I don't like the no deal bit then. Okay, then, right, so Lewis, because you wouldn't make a deal with me, I'm going to swing at you for 3. There's a trigger here. I will exile this with a memory counter on it.
God, it's popping off.
Right, and then it basically, I bring back a token copy of it. It's still a 2/2. Mm-hmm. Wally, you've got a 2 and a 1, so I don't think you're going to block that. So I'll swing the 2 at you, and I'll swing the 3 first strike at you, Lewis.
Yep, nothing to declare.
So now your thing, you can sacrifice it and destroy a non-black creature, can't you?
Correct.
I see 2 options.
Yeah, I see 2 options, so I think I might narrow your options a little bit, Christine, by blocking with the Esper Sentinel.
Do it in response.
Ooh.
That's really, really bad for Steve, isn't it? Do you know what? Well, I'm not going to argue. You'll take 3 commander damage.
Yep.
Your Esper Sentinel will die.
Go away.
Before this exiles at the end of combat, I'm going to sacrifice it and I'm going to target Leonardo da Vinci to be destroyed.
Wow,
and this stays
Wally.
exiled with a memory counter on it.
I will avenge you next turn, don't worry.
Even though he's responsible for your downfall.
And then I will pass the turn to Lewis.
Okay, untap.
The Maze of Ith is looking good with Wally's commander in it.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Skullbriar is starting to look big and beefy. I like it. Okay, I am going to go to attacks, and yes, Christian, I'll come at you for 5.
I'm going to block with my Flesh Taker.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, actually, do I want to do that? I don't want Wally's commander. I want to maybe remove from combat, so I'm going to block with the Flesh Taker,
Okay.
and Flesh Taker will die.
No triggers from Skullbriar as it is commander. It's combat damage rather. Second main, I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, and 4, and bring in Cleopatra, who is now coming at ya.
How many times are we going to do this?
You can't not say it.
Yeah.
You can't say it again.
You went to the music video.
Every
comes out
time he
after this. Okay, then I'm going to go to my end step. Beginning with my end step, I put a 1/1 counter on up to each of 2 other target legendary creatures. So I put a counter on this,
It'll actually
extra
be
counter. There we go.
That Skullbriar is going to be a problem soon.
Pass the turn.
Okay, so I'll-
Maybe for someone without a Maze of Ith, I would have thought, yeah. But at the moment, it's putting creatures into my graveyard, so I'm not too unhappy
So
about it.
I'll play a forest for turn, and I'll tap the forest for a soul ring.
Get him.
Then, Christine, if you don't Maze of Ith me, I'll attack someone else.
Fair? Yeah.
Okay. Lewis, I'll hit you for 3, it's got menace.
I will
You'll take
Take
3
3.
command damage. Well, you have got like a 7/7, so I think that feels fair enough. So, I can now cast my assassin spells for their free running cost, which means they're just 2 black. So I will tap for 2 black to play Ravenloft Adventurer. When it enters the battlefield, I take the initiative, so I will go to the first part of the Undercity,
Great.
search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. So I will do that.
I am also running this card. It's very good in my deck. I would like to find it. It'd be pretty good.
I love the initiative. It's so fun.
Yeah, until someone takes it 32 times in one turn, and then it becomes less enjoyable.
Especially for the editor.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will find this swamp.
That is a swamp.
It's a swampy boy. Now there's more text on Ravenloft Adventurer. If a creature an opponent controls would die, instead exile it and put a hit counter on it. Whenever Ravenloft Adventurer attacks, if you completed a dungeon, defending player loses 1 life for each card they own in exile with a hit counter on it. I don't know how relevant that's going to be perfectly honest.
I don't like it.
Is that
'cause-
if a creature would die at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that because Cleopatra loves when creatures dying.
Well, that presents a problem for you then, Lewis. And then before I pass the turn, I'm going to tap for 3 to cast a Kodama's Reach. So I'll search for 2 basic lands.
You are going so rampy.
So a plains will enter tapped, and I'll bring this swamp to my hand.
Also a swamp.
And I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I'll play an island. It's my line for turn.
Go on, Steve, play a non-black creature.
Christian, are we friends?
We can be friends,
If
yeah.
I play my commander, are you going to kill my commander?
No, I think Wally's the threat.
Okay, I'm going to tap 5 to bring out Leonardo I don't know. Where are we? Liverpool? I don't know.
Leonardo de Liverpool.
Leonardo to Liverpool. And then can't do anything else. Pass turn.
Untap, keep and draw. Right, let's play a Vault of the Archangel. I can pay 2 and an Orzhov and tap it to give creatures I control Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. We'll pay 3 for a Bloodline Pretender, naming Assassin.
Nice. Also running one of those.
Tasty.
Yeah. Lewis, I'm going to swing at you with Altair.
Okay.
As a trigger, I will exile this with a memory counter. So I will bring back the Flesh Taker and the Garza's Assassin with... so there'll be 2 assassins that have entered. So this will get 2+1/+1 counters.
Oh, that's scary.
Right. Then I'm going to send the Flesh Taker at you, Wally.
Yep.
And I'm going to send the Garza's Assassin at you as well, Wally. They're both 2/2s, but this one I can sacrifice a creature to make it a 4/4.
Okay, so I'll block the other one in that case.
The Garza's Assassin.
Yep.
Okay, I'll tap 1 to sack the Garza's Assassin to give this +2/+2, and I will scry 1 and gain a life.
So I lose 4 life.
So you're going to lose 4,
Down to
and I will
31.
scry 1. I will leave that on top. Because I've done 4 damage to you, Wally, I take the initiative.
So you go find a basic land.
So I'll go for that. So my scry was useless, but I will go and search for a basic. I'll find a swamp, and that goes to my hand.
See, I got to say it this time.
That is a swamp.
And then this goes to exile, and I'll pass turn.
Okay, I'm going to untap,
You don't currently have the initiative.
draw a
Yeah, but I
card.
can still keep a track.
Okay,
of where
cool.
I am.
Draw a card. Okay, so I've drawn a card that probably will give me a better turn than I was planning. I'm going to tap 2, costing at least 7 cheaper, to play the Great Hens.
Oh,
nice.
So that's pretty good.
Now that is a card.
That certainly is a card. I'm out of forest. That's fine. I'll tap this for 2 green, gaining 2, not losing 2, and tapping a swamp for a Vraska Joins Up. When it enters the battlefield, put a Death Touch counter on each creature you control. So I'll put 2 death counters on that.
You can use my red ones if you want to say that these have now got Death Touch, so they're scary.
They are naughty. Obviously, whenever a legendary creature...
Very naughty.
Naughty Death Touch.
Naughty Golgari deck.
Why did I say that?
You are the mother of marmosets. Go and sit on the naughty step.
Oh, really want to attack you for that. No, okay, then I'm going to go to attacks.
Christian does have the initiative, just so you know.
Oh, he's got 41 life as well. Well, Christian, I'm coming at you for 7 at Christian, 2 at you, Steve.
2 at me.
Both Death Touch.
Priority to you.
I'll be taking 2.
I would like to not take that, so I'm going to Maze with and remove your the one that's attacking me from combat.
Seems good.
Yep. Does it get to untap, or is it...
untap target attacking creature, yeah.
Okay.
So you can have it as a blocker now.
Yep. So you didn't take or any blockers, so I get to draw a card from Vraska Joins Up. And then I will I do anything else? No, I will go to my end step, and I will put a +1/+1 counter on this, but I'll actually put an extra one.
Lewis is going to run out of dice.
I will run out of dice, and then pass the turn.
I don't like the look of that Skullbriar.
I do.
The Undersussy does have a goad ability on it though, so that'll be interesting and possibly quite bad for Steve. But I'll draw my card for turn anyway.
I think we can make an arrangement. I think you're a little bit behind, and I would like you to.
No, what I mean is we could both goad it, and then it's really bad for Steve.
Oh, okay.
Can
Right.
you goad a creature that's already goaded?
You can, yes.
That is bad.
Unfortunately for you. I'm going to play this Swamp for turn, and I'm going to tap my Sol Ring to play a really bad card, Arcane Signet.
Just ramp some more.
Wally got crucified in the comments of playing Arcane Signet once in a 3-colour deck. Stupid.
Strangest magic.
He's got loads of mana, Wally.
Yeah, just no cards really. Like one of these is a land as well. Christian, you used your Maze of Ith, which I'm quite
I did
happy
use
with,
my
yeah.
Maze of Ith,
So I'm going to hit you with my commander. It has Menace.
Okay, so I'll take 3.
You will take 3. So that will satisfy the criteria for free running. So I can cast my assassins for 2 black now. So I will tap for 2 black to play Virtus the Veil.
Oh, it's so good, this.
Now it has partner with Gorm the Great that I'm not running, but it is a 1/1 with Death Touch, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player loses half their life rounded up. So that's something for you guys to all bear in mind as the game moves forward.
Yep.
And then I will tap 2 more black to pay a Midnight Assassin. It's a 1/2 with flying and death touch.
Your deck is so similar to mine. You are running so many cards that I'm running in my deck.
And also, Christian, I took the initiative off you.
Sure, so you now have the initiative.
And I'm going to choose to go to the Lost Well and scry 2. I'm going to put those both on the bottom, because they were both lands. And I'll pass the turn to Steve.
Okay, untap, you draw, play an island, hitting all my land drops at least. The question is, do we just do mono blue things and just pass the turn?
Steve could just explode at any moment in mono blue. It's one of those things.
I think this is incredible, this card. This is so good.
Well, it forces everyone to leave a blocker, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to tap 2 for a Mind Stone, and then I'll pass the turn.
Scary.
Cool. Right, I'll untap and draw. Right, so I think we'll play the Swamp. I can't continue to exist with the thing that's exiling the stuff on the thing, so I'm going to have to tap 2 to play an Inti, which is pretty good in my deck, but it can't really do anything here.
What does it do?
When you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, but I'm not going to do any of that stuff. So
Okay.
I'm going to cast a Ruthless Lawbringer. When it enters the battlefield, this will also get a trigger. When it enters the battlefield, I can sacrifice another creature. I'm going to sacrifice Inti to destroy this thing.
Ravenloft.
So Inti will be exiled. Ooh. Yeah, but it can't be allowed to continue to exist, unfortunately, because I can't have my stuff keep dying. Right, I have a first striker, so I can comfortably attack Wally now. Wally, I'm going to swing at you with my commander for 3. There's a trigger. I'll bring back these 2 assassins, so this will get 2+1/+1 counters. I will have these 2 things also swing at you, Wally.
Okay, so I'll block not your commander because it's got first strike, but your biggest other thing with my flying death touch.
So one of the 2/2s, it doesn't matter.
If it's just a 2/2, in that case I'm just going to take the damage.
So you'll take 4?
Yeah, I'll take 4. Do I take damage off your commander as well?
Oh, so you took the damage off my commander, and you'll take an additional 4, but I'll go and take the initiative. I'm going to put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. I'm going to put 2+1/+1 counters on my commander. I'll pass a turn.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's a good point actually, yeah. So any of your creatures die with counters on.
Legendary creatures.
Yeah, legendary creatures.
And your things die as well.
Okay.
And these things are now in exile with memory counters. They don't actually come back, it's token copies of them, but it's just so we can keep track of it properly.
Yeah, holding up the Maze of Ith.
Okay, I will untap.
My Maze of Ith can... Right, so I know you're wanting to just probably swing your big boy at me. This Maze of Ith can protect us all from this. So I think that we need to think about that.
Well, if you swing it at me, I'll just kill it with a death toucher.
Swing it at Christian, force him to it.
So much is happening.
Yeah. Christian is definitely the threat at the moment. I've got 1 card in hand.
Draw for turn. What I'm going to do first off is tap 1/2, gaining 2 life. 3, 4, 5. To play Emissary Green.
Nice.
Yeah, when it attacks, I hopefully will get to put a load of counters on and do a load of stuff. It is a creature, non-token creature, so I get to put a +1/+1 counter on, but I actually get to put another one on thanks to Hardened Scales. I'm going to go to combat. Firstly, I'm going to tap a forest counting 1 cheaper to destroy your Maze of Ith.
Nice.
Oh,
Why?
because Phase use it.
Why?
Because you're the threat.
Christian is
No,
definitely the threat.
I know, but that was helping us from Wally. Right, okay.
It's also just really
Maze of
annoying.
Ith's going to go, so I will search for a land with a
Lands
basic
with a
land.
basic type, yeah.
I will go and get a Savai Triome, comes intact.
Okay.
Main phase Besage on the Maze of Ith.
I ain't risking anything.
Big way to play that.
Then I will go to attacks. We have a nice tasty Cleopatra, Steve, coming at you.
This is never going to stop this, is it?
No. And then Christian, we've got Skullbriar coming at you. Death touch.
I'm going to block with the Ruthless Lawbringer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take 2s, another 2, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. And thanks to Vraska joins up, combat damage, so I draw a card. Okay, and then I am going to go to my end step. I get to put a +1/+1 counter on each 2 other legendary creatures.
Oh,
so
you now have to.
Thanks to
Put
Hard
'em on Leo if
Scales.
you want.
You're good, mate. So that goes to 4, and this also goes to 4.
My retribution will be swift for the mace of it. I hope you realise.
Steve told me to do it. He texted
Steve and I are
me.
friends.
He texted me to the table.
Steve's playing blue, so we're buddies at the moment. That
Okay.
cannot go unanswered.
And then I will pass the turn.
Alright, I'll untap and draw my card for turn. Oh, what a shame that's not removal. Okay, I'll play a swamp as my land for turn.
There's nothing that needs removing apart from maybe this.
Well, I think your blocker potentially. Well, Steve has mana up. So, Steve, I can put you in a nasty position here where I can swing this Versus at you, and you can choose to either lose your commander or lose half your life. But I've got a feeling with that much blue mana open, you've got some kind of removal. So if you can remove...
Maybe we should swing it somewhere else.
If you can remove Christian's blocker, I'll swing it at him.
I think that's a bad use of your resources.
Why didn't you swing it at Christian and let's see what happens?
Okay, that sounds like...
Let's see what happens.
See what
deal.
happens. I'm definitely going to swing my Menacer at Christian because I want the Monarch and I want the initiative.
Okay.
Oh, no,
Not
Monarch. Just
initiative.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to leave my Flying Death Toucher up. I'm going to swing my Commander and Versus at Christian.
Okay.
So, before blocks, priority passes to Steve.
In response, I will tap 1, 2, 3 to tap Leo to draw a card and discard a card.
Interesting.
I'm worried now.
And I'm going to discard a Spine of Ishsar, and then it will be exiled, and I will make a copy of it that enters as a 0/2 Thopter. So when it enters the battlefield, destroy target permanent.
So I know you've got a choice here. I would suggest going for the Great Henge, because if that's the case, I can block Wally's Verus with my Bloodline Pretender. They'll both die.
Yep.
But you'll get a 3-for-1, and everyone's happy.
And I would like to say, don't, because I don't think I'm using it right anyway. Because I don't think I drew a card when I played
don't think
this.
you did, actually.
So comment section, I've beaten you to it. Yeah, do what you got to do.
Get rid of that henge. I like that deal. And then
We'll
there's
go
two
to
pounds.
blocks. I'll block Virtus with the Bloodline Pretender.
Okay. I probably should have insisted on the deal. However, you will still take 3 commander damage, probably.
I'll take 3 commander damage.
And I'll take the initiative. Cool. So I will go to the arena, which allows me to goad a target creature, and I will goad Skullbriar the Walking Grave.
Makes sense.
So that satisfies the criteria for free running. I have 1 card left in hand, which is an assassin. So I'll tap for 2 black to play Irregular Cohort.
Oh, it's a good one.
It's a 2/2 changeling, and when it enters the battlefield, I create a shapeshifter.
I feel like you're just playing the same deck as me. Like, these are all cards in my deck.
Well, most assassins are in black, aren't they? So it's like they will be fairly similar decks. And yeah, I have no cards in hand. I'll pass the turn.
Okay, untap. Keep. Draw. So I will play a Seat of the Synod as my land for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana available.
Is this the turn where Steve
Just wins the game.
like goes off?
I mean, look at his face.
It is. Okay, so main phase 1, I'm going to tap 3 to tap Leo to draw a card and discard a card. And I'm going to discard a Cybermen Squadron.
Oh dear.
Non-legendary artifact creatures you control have Myriad.
Uh-oh.
So the Spine of Ishsar has Myriad. I will then
this.
go to combat. I'm going to swing the 0/2, which will do no damage, but I will then make 2 copies of it, which will destroy target permanents.
Oh dear.
Now, Christian, are you going to blow up my commander with your commander when it brings that thing back?
If you leave my commander alive,
Yeah,
I'll leave your commander alive.
that sounds like a great
Is
deal.
Steve not starting to get scary though?
Steve is starting to get scary. However, my deck really needs my commander to function, and I think that your thing's goaded.
Well, the thing is, Steve, if you blow up Christian's commander, he wouldn't have the option to blow up your commander anyway.
Yeah, but it needs to
You
point
don't
it
know
somewhere
that.
else. Skullbriar's been scary as hell the entire game, so that's
It is
going.
now goaded.
I think I'll leave you to it, Wally. I'll get rid of the hardened scales
You
as
don't
well.
need to destroy my entire board, man.
Just 2 things.
The hardened scales is like pretty scary.
Okay, so in response to that, I'm going to tap a forest to play a Snakeskin Veil
Nice.
to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature I control, which will actually be
2.
2, thanks to
Because hardened scales is temporarily still hit.
Yes, and so yes, it's got hexproof until end of turn.
Nice. So that's coming my way,
Hardened scales goes.
eh? There's no actual damage done because it's a 0-2. Second main, I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4 to play a Traverse Eternity. Draw cards equal to the highest mana value among historic permanents you control.
7
These
cards.
are both
Oh my
7,
word.
so 7. 1, 2,
Just blue
3,
things.
4, 5, 6, 7. Thank you very much. Goes into the graveyard.
When do we get to the part where he cuts his own ear off? Because I feel like that needs to happen now.
Yeah, Beethoven, Da Vinci. I never made that mistake earlier. Still got a mana available. I'm going to tap 1 for a Sensei's Divining Top.
Sweet.
Then I will pass the turn. Too many in hand, I've got to discard, but I'll sort that out.
Don't think you and Steve should stay friends for much
Untap
longer.
and
Yeah, they're looking
draw.
quite scary.
Steve can't win again. You need your
Discard.
first win with us.
I do need my first win in this pod, yeah.
2 islands.
So I promised I wouldn't kill your commander, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
So I'll play a Battlefield Forge as my land for turn. I'm going to tap 4 for a Queen Marquesa. When it enters, I will become the Monarch.
Nice.
All hail.
Right. We will go to combat. I need to take the Monarch off you.
Initiative.
Initiative.
You're the Monarch, mate.
Sorry, yeah, I need to take
You're
the
literally wearing the
initiative
crown.
off you.
He's a confused king.
If I send the majority of my stuff at Lewis, will you let me hit you with a 2-2?
What are you going to do when you get the initiative?
I would like to goad this.
Yeah, I can deal on those terms.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm going to go to combat, right, and I'm going to swing Queen Marquesa and Altair. Oh, no, that's
7/7.
That's 7/7. Okay, so I can't do that.
You could throw something at Steve.
Yeah, I said I wouldn't kill his commander, so I think I can send this. He's got a blocker, so I'll send. This is going at Lewis. This one's going at you, Steve. There's a trigger. I will do this. I'll have these 3 come back in. When they come back in, I will have them all swinging at you, Wally.
You said you'd only hit me with a 2-2.
Yeah, but okay, so yeah. So I'll swing. You've not got any flying.
I've got no flying.
Yeah, I'll swing these 2 at you, Wally, but they come in attacking. But before when this enters the battlefield, I'm gonna sacrifice the Flesh Taker to this to destroy target non-land parent. I send 1 to your commander, but I will get rid of Cyberman Squadron.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit...
So 2/2 coming at you,
Exile.
Wally. These are 3/3 Death Touch. Oh no, it's not got flying, so you can just block it.
Okay.
And this one's coming at. I've forgotten who I'm attacking with everything. This is definitely Wally.
That was attacking Steve.
Okay, so this is attacking you, Steve. 5/5 first strike.
Be taking 5.
Yeah, I'll block with my 7/7 for your ruthless lawbringer.
Sure, that's gonna die.
And I'll take the 3 from Queen Marquesa.
You'll take the 3 from
And
Queen.
I'll take 2 damage,
I will get.
and you'll get the initiative.
Okay, when I get the initiative, I'm going to goad target creature. I'm going to goad this, so it's double goaded.
Oh, it was coming at Steve
Yeah.
anyway, don't you worry.
Then I'm going to sack this to destroy target non-black creature. I said I couldn't destroy this, so I will have to pick.
You've only got 1 target, right?
Yeah, I'm going to pick the irregular
Yeah,
cohort.
it dies.
Then we will go to my end step.
Well, technically, you would say that's probably non-black, but
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll go to my end step, and I will draw a card for being the Monarch.
All hail.
Yeah.
untap.
So the Monarch and the initiative is in play, and the creatures are goaded. It's going to be a
This
swingy
is
game.
swingy fun game.
Drawing. Okay, I'll play it.
This deck's great. I'm loving this. I never thought I'd have this much fun with a Mardu deck. It's like control and aggressive. It's great.
Toxic.
I've played a forest for turn. I'll attack a reliquary tower and a forest for a very big mind stone.
Ooh.
Be scared. And then I think we need to go to attacks. And Steve.
That has to attack Steve.
That's got to attack Steve.
Has to.
Flying Death Toucher just really
So
doesn't do it for
13.
me. Yeah.
And I've got no blockers.
And then I think the other two have to come. Well, 7/7's going to come at Christian, who's got no blockers as it stands. And then Cleopatra.
Coming at you.
Steve, that's really lame.
I think just for that you should swing it at
That's
Steve.
really lame. I've already got a lot coming at Steve, so now I'm going to split the damage, and these two are coming at Christian. That's going at Steve.
So I'm going to take 10 including 3 commander damage.
I do have an attack trigger.
Okay.
You both were so keen to take the damage. When it attacks Emissary Green, starting with me, each player votes for profit or security.
Okay.
Create a number of treasure tokens equal to twice the number of profit votes. Put a number of 1/1 counters on each creature I control equal to the number of security votes. So you might want to put your life back, Steve. I'm going to start with myself, and I'm going to vote for security for +1/+1 counters.
He doesn't need the treasure, so
He doesn't need the treasure, yeah.
I suppose I could vote for security to hurt you guys this turn.
Do it.
But it's just going to hurt me in the future, isn't it? You can have the treasure, mate.
Okay.
Profits.
Profits.
So I get 6 treasure tokens.
Which are completely useless to you, aren't they?
They really are.
You got treasure.
Oh, treasure.
Are we going to regret that as Lewis just got a massive X spell in his hand?
No.
Villainous.
So yeah, I get to create or put a 1/1 counter on each creature.
So I'm going to take 11. So and then that includes.
That includes 3 commander.
Have a dice, please, for the commander.
You can.
Right, I did it the other way. It's that way.
And Lewis will get the initiative and the monarch.
Well, first I will draw 3 cards. Whenever a legendary creature. So would that be 3?
Yes,
or
it
is
would be 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will draw 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh.
And so you are going to get this,
Da, 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 da.
and you are also going to get
The initiative.
the initiative.
Oh, love it.
So you'll go to room 1.
Yep.
Oh, I'm feeling very left out here.
I'll let you take it off me next turn. Don't
Okay. I will.
What am I not to that I'm going to swing
You
away?
can swing your commander at me if you want.
I will search my library for a basic land, reveal it, put it into my hand.
Also, the way you're wearing that crown has given me anxiety.
It suits you, don't listen to it.
Okay, so search for a swamp.
That is a swamp.
It can't hurt with all those cards I've drawn and all the treasure to have a soul ring.
Can has soul ring.
And then I will tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for a Slurk all ingesting ETBs with 5 counters on it. If Slurk or another creature I control dies, I had a +1/+1 counter on it. Put a +1 counter on each creature you control that has a +1 counter. Scary. And then I will go to my end step. Cleopatra will put 2 counters on. Let's see. We'll put a counter on Slurk, and we'll put. We'll spread it. We'll put a counter on Emissary Green. And then I will pass the turn, drawing a card from the Monarch.
Sure. Okay, so I will untap. I have no cards in hand, so I'm going to draw a card.
Your board is looking scary, Lewis.
That is a card.
It's mainly all tap, mate.
So we're going to go straight to combat. Lewis, I definitely want the Monarch and the initiative off you. So
Nah, it's overrated.
what have you got up on? You've got 1 blocker, haven't
I've only got 1 blocker,
hasn't got a
so
flyer as well.
Menace can.
you? Yeah, but I'd like to keep the Death Toucher up, really. I'd actually like to keep some defences up because the board's getting scary. My life total's kind of
I
low.
think we need to deal with this.
Yeah, I know.
At the moment.
Well, all I can do really is I'll swing 3 menacing damage at you, Lewis.
Yep. No responses.
Yeah, so you'll take 3 damage.
Yep.
There'll be 3 more commander damage with the watermelon die.
Yeah. So on commander on damage, I will take your crown and I will take your initiative.
Oh no!
Where are you now? You draw a card now.
Yeah, I'm going to draw a card.
My
Yeah.
whole kingdom.
So I will enter the archives. So I will draw a card. So that will be on my land return. It's Forbidden Orchard. Don't fancy giving anybody spirits at the moment. Actually, we can politic. If somebody needs a blocker, I can give you a spirit. So, that's a thing. And I think I'm just going to pass the turn there. On my end step, I'll draw a card for the Monarch. Steve, over to you.
Untap.
Now, what shenanigans have we got
I
this
don't
turn?
like it.
There's no shenanigans, mate.
Think how many cards he drew last
He's
turn.
got too many cards.
He's,
Isn't it? Yeah.
he's going to have something disgusting in that hand.
Playing Island as my land for turn. Do you know what's really disgusting in an artifact deck?
Solemn Simulacrum.
So while... actually, we'll politic later.
DMs are open, babe.
No comment.
Let's tap 4 for something disgusting. Urza, Lord High Artificer.
Should we all just scoop?
Uh-oh.
It's not that bad. I haven't got any
Again, the
combos
board's
in here.
big, but then you forget when it comes back to Steve.
Yeah.
So I'll make a construct which has 1/1 for each artifact I control,
It's
which
a
is
big boy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's a really weird way of going around the board.
So it is a 6/6 artifact. I can then tap my artifacts for blue to make mana, obviously. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana on board potentially. I'm going to tap 2 to Reality Heist for 6. Look at the top 7 cards of your library, reveal 2 artifacts from them, put them into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So you've seen so much of his deck.
So it's reduced to 2 mana for that reality. Then.
He's got to reveal
Seems
them,
good.
so at least we can
Reveal 2.
be scared and know what we're seeing.
There's only 2 in here, so we're going to get a Teresian Mindbreaker
Oh dear.
and a Auton Soldier.
What do they do?
So Auton Soldier says you may have it enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield except it isn't legendary. It's an artifact in addition to its other types, and it has Myriad.
Okay.
And Teresian Mindbreaker might interest you, Christian. Whenever it attacks, defending player mills half their library rounded up.
So that seems pretty good for Christian.
I've got 7 in hand, just going to pass.
Okay, I have something to do on your end step. I'm going to tap for a black, and I'm going to cast Entomb. I'm going to search my library for a card and put it into my graveyard and then shuffle.
That's very scary.
Got some blockers now.
I'm going to put Virtus the Veiled into the graveyard.
Oh dear.
Wee.
Right,
Ooh-wee.
and then I'm going to tap 2, paying the reduced cost to channel Takenuma. So I'm going to mill 3, Treacherous Greed, Guildsworn Prowler, and a Dolmen Gate, and I'll return 1 creature card to my hand. I'm going to return the Bloodline Pretender to my hand. Untap, upkeep. I have an upkeep trigger because I'm no longer the Monarch. I'll make a 1/1 black assassin with Death Touch. I know you've got one ready.
Is it Death Touch and Haste, is it?
Death Touch and Haste. That's the correct one.
So tokens are available on commission. Check out my Etsy.
Cool.
The detailing is fantastic.
I'm going to tap for 3 to play the Bloodline Pretender. Then I would like to go to combat. Wally, I'm going to swing the Queen Marquesa at you.
Yep.
And I'm going to swing the Altair at you, Lewis. There's a trigger here, so I'm going to bring back, I'm going to put this exile list with a memory counter, and I'm going to bring all the boys back.
The boys are back.
The boys are back in town, boys are back in town. I will get 4 counters here. These are not +1, these are just memory counters. They'll all be attacking you, but when this enters, actually, I'm just going to straight up sack this
Okay.
to destroy this, your blocker.
In response, I'm going to sack a treasure, tap and sack my Mind Stone to draw a card. I'm not searching for an answer. Ooh.
An answer.
What do you know?
I'm going to tap 1 to Malakir Rebirth. Choose type of creature. I lose 2 life until end of turn. It gains when this creature dies. Return it to the field, tapped under its owner's
That's
control.
absolutely fine. I don't mind that.
Yeah, just hopefully it'll boost all my
Okay,
creatures.
so that's going to die.
Yep. When Slurk dies, if I had a 1/1 counter on it, put a 1/1 counter on each creature I control that has a 1/1 counter on it.
Which is all of them.
So many counters.
Yeah.
Getting rid of that harder scales is actually really important.
How big is, what's his name, Skullbriar?
He's
Okay,
a chonky boy.
That comes back tapped with
5
5 counters on it.
Okay, then you are, the first strike damage is going to happen first. You're going to take 5 commander damage off me.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You are then going to take, Wally, you're going to take 3.
Yep, no blocks.
I will get the initiative and the Monarch.
All hail King Christian.
I think I will choose to create a skeleton with Menace. So we'll wait on the skeleton for a second. Then I'm going to hit you for another 6.
Me for another 6.
Yeah, and when I deal damage, you're going to lose half your life total rounded up. So you're going to lose 10 life.
Yeah, so you lose what,
Okay,
10?
I lose 10.
There's my skeleton.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear.
These will then go to my memory counter pile.
Memories.
I have some blockers up. I mean, I might be dead to something else. We'll go to my end step, and because I'm the Monarch, I'll draw a card. And I'll pass the turn.
Before you do that, I do remember, obviously, Slurk died, so that would have triggered Cleopatra. So
So you're going to lose 2.
yeah, that's not good.
It's not looking good for
And
young
then
Lewis.
It's not. Oh, young. Thank you. And then untap. See, Wally, I'm in direct damage to your boy there.
Yeah.
Feel like we should make some sort of deal.
What are you offering?
Hug.
And it's got to be something in game.
okay,
This is goaded, right? So this has got to swing at one of us.
Is it still goaded?
It's got to swing at Steve because you goaded
It's
too.
been goaded for an entire turn cycle now. So is it not
I didn't goad it. I didn't goad it last turn.
It's permanently goaded because it's not goaded till end of turn.
It's permanently
Oh, it's
goaded.
permanently goaded.
Permanently goaded.
Well, that changes
Thanks.
things.
Let's have to go at Steve. I just want to survive. I mean, I could just swing at you, try and get a load of card draw, get rid of a Death Toucher. If I just go at Steve, are you going to crack back at me?
Well, I think Lewis, we're in the end game now, and I'm just gonna.
I think you should take the deal.
Yeah,
I think.
But then you could just crack back at me. This is
Well, no,
intense.
the thing is, right?
Yeah.
I genuinely think that now we have an Urza. I think this board terrifies me immensely. Well, we'll see what Wally thinks of the deal anyway. But I mean, I genuinely think mono blue. We can't ignore it.
I will
We're
attack
totally
Steve
new.
if you just don't hit me on the crackback.
It's a tempting deal, Lewis.
He really wants to do the thing.
And we're very firmly in the negotiation phase. But I am just going to counter with, you got to do what you got to do.
Bear me 1 second.
Contact my solicitor.
I just need to ring Tom because he's good at making deals, and I've clearly done terribly. Oh God.
Well, I can tell you what you would do. So I know you're only going to be able to put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. You're scry 2 if you. I know, and I've got the initiative. I mean, you can.
Let's see what you've
Okay,
got.
yeah. Let's.
Have you got lethal on? Well, I mean, this has got to go to Steve.
Yeah. So let's go to attacks. Yeah, this has got to come at Steve. So that's 6, 12, 13 point, 15 with Death Touch. I'm going to keep my Death Touch in Cleopatra back. Cleopatra's not coming at you. And then let's have my 6, 7, 8. Let's have 10, 10. So Steve, I've got a 10, 10 and whatever I said that was coming at you. 13, 13.
I don't know.
There's an
Trample
attack
today.
trigger, right?
There is an attack trigger. Thank you. So let's vote. I'm going to vote for counters. I think you should probably vote for counters as well.
So I can give you counters or treasures.
Yeah.
What would you like me to give you, Lewis? Because I rejected your deal, so I'm feeling a bit bad. So I'll let you have the one you want. Yeah, you may have a counter.
Counters.
Treasures.
Counters.
Okay, so 2 counters on.
3 counters because you guys.
Yeah, 3 counters on. Is it each? On each creature. Okay, so 3 counters. 6,
There's billions of counters now.
7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is quick maths.
Quick maths.
Okay, Steve, we've now got 6, 12, 12 15, 16, 13. So
16 and a 13.
yes,
And
that's got Death Touch, and that's just a happy attacking boy.
okay, I think in response I will tap 1, 2, 3 and Leo to draw a card.
Oh, he can do the thing.
Yeah, he can do the thing. Yeah,
Discard a 3-fold Thunderhulk,
kept that quiet, didn't he?
which comes in as a
Didn't we
Thopter.
know he had that?
Yeah.
And when it enters the battlefield, it enters with 3 1/1 counters on it, and I make 3 gnomes. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, I make a number of gnomes equal to its power, so I make 3 gnomes. Anyone got a gnome token for me?
I can draw you a gnome token.
That'd be lovely.
There you go. It's got a pointy hat and a fishing rod, so therefore it is a gnome.
1/1 gnome. There's 3 1/1 gnomes, and then I'll block each of those with a gnome.
Okay.
It's down to 1 gnome. In response to damage, though, I will tap 3, 4.
Can you respond
5.
to damage?
Yeah.
After blocks, he's responding to.
Oh, I see.
Tap 6 to flash in a torrential Gearhulk, mana being made from Urza, and cast Traverse Eternity from my graveyard without paying its mana cost.
Oh, wow.
And then draw 7 cards.
He's got to go.
I've got to take
Yeah,
Steve out.
yeah.
I'll take Steve out, don't worry. I've got a plan.
6, 7.
Okay, so 2 gnomes die.
And 2 gnomes die.
This would be 9 because 2 of them die. You've now got a gear hold. Oh.
Oh. Second main, play an Exotic Orchard, and this is the most useless ramp ever, but all I'm doing is flooding. Tap 2 for a Nature's Law, search my library for a forest card.
Right on time.
Oh no.
That classic turn 9 Nature's Law, whatever.
Just when you want it.
Okay, so this goes there, and then on my end step, I put a 1/1 counter on up to 2 other creatures. One's going to go on here, and one might as well go on this, because then that looks cool with the 3 symbols. And no combat damage is done, so no other triggers. Pass to you, Wally.
Sure, okay, so I'll untap, upkeep, and draw. Okay. Christian, you might regret putting Lewis within range of me. Okay, so I'm going to tap planes first, and I'm going to cast Path to Exile. I'll target this guy. Your big dude.
Yep. So
You're
when
not going to gain a load of life.
I'm not going to gain a load of life.
No, it's a land one.
Oh, it's a
What
land.
will happen is all of these get a counter,
Yep.
and something worse will happen to me because a legendary creature has died.
Oh, you're going to lose 2 life, draw a card.
Hasn't died, it's been exiled.
It's been exiled.
Oh, it has been
Thank you,
exiled.
Steve.
Yeah, you're right.
So you
still get
keep
the
your
counter.
life, take that counter away.
Yeah.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Sneaky, sneaky. It's alright, I'm going to kill him anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, so Path to Exile resolves. I'm then going to tap for Dimir and 2 to play Ramses, Assassin Lord. It's a 4/4 with Death Touch. Other assassins you control get +1/+1. Whenever a player loses the game, if they were attacked this turn by an assassin you control, you win the game.
Uh-oh.
Is there any response to Ramses?
Counter it.
He's tapped out.
I am tapped out. However, I have an Urza out and 2
Oh, you do?
artifacts.
That cannot be allowed to
What?
stay.
It's on the stack.
Would you like to give him a spirit?
I'm going to let it resolve.
I haven't tapped the Forbidden Orchard.
Okay.
You're going to let it resolve? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to let it resolve.
So it has whenever other assassins get +1/+1. Whenever a player loses the game, if it was dot damaged by an assassin.
Okay. So I feel like Steve's going to stop me doing the thing with my commander. So I will attempt to take the monarchy and the initiative. So I'll swing Midnight Assassin at Christian, and I'll swing my commander at Lewis.
In response, I will tap this for a blue, and I'm going to Pongify the Ramesses Assassin Lord. Rapid hybridization, sorry. It's a
What's it do?
3/3. It's a 3/3 lizard.
Okay. So Ramses,
wizard.
will it be destroyed or exiled?
Destroyed.
Goes to graveyard, and I will make
A 3/3 lizard.
Ramses is now a 3/3 frog lizard.
I see the art. Got it.
Yeah.
Buy his tokens from Ezio.
Okay. I declare no blocks. I haven't got any reach.
Okay.
I declared nothing.
Okay. So we'll do the initiative and monarchy first.
So I'll take 1,
Yep.
and you'll take 3. You will get the initiative. And this is completing the dungeon, this, isn't it?
I am completing the
You're
dungeon.
going into the Throne of the Dead 3.
So I'm going to Throne of the Dead 3. So what happens is reveal the top 10 cards of your library, put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield with 3 +1/+1 counters on it. It gains hexproof until your next turn, then shuffle. Creatures, I have Queen Marchesa, Marry the Killing Quill, Metallic Mimic, Guildsworn Prowler, and that's it. So I am going to put Queen Marchesa onto the battlefield.
So you're going to become the monarch again.
Yep.
Double monarch.
Have you got a
3
second crown?
+1/+1 counters on it.
Unfortunately not.
And then I will shuffle my library.
I thought you said you were going to kill Steve.
I thought I was going to kill everybody.
Yeah, but that doesn't help us though.
It helped me because I win the game.
No, well, obviously not, because you didn't kill Steve.
Well, yeah, but I
so
didn't-
he's going to win the game.
I didn't think Steve would have an interaction.
What, in his mono blue deck? Yeah, impossible.
We're now down to this trigger. I can pay Wooburg and make a player lose the game. Oh, and look, I have Wooburg.
You can. It doesn't mean you'd have to.
It's paid. The lands are tapped, Lewis. The lands are tapped.
The land's
Can
attacked.
you do anything on your way out?
I can play this land, or play this land, or play. I can't do anything. No, so I am out.
Unlucky.
But what I like to always do is see if any of the next card would have saved me.
Shieldred.
It's a nice card.
Brilliant. No, I'm out.
Right, so I'm happy now. I've done my thing. I'll go to my end step. I'll draw a card for the Monarch. And I'll pass to Steve. And I think Steve's going to win now.
Let's see what we can do. So, untap all this stuff. There's a lot here, isn't there? It's a very gummed up board.
Yeah, too much stuff.
Yeah, it's a really bad brag, Steve.
Draw. I'll play an island as land for turn. What's the best way of doing this?
If only someone had a Nazavith, Lewis.
No, I'd never had one, mate.
No, I know. If only I had a Nazavith. I think you've got to take Wally out.
Make some thought.
Well, my Ramses is in the bin now. I've got no way of getting it back, so...
I think I'm more scared of you, to be honest, Christian.
I actually don't have a way to win, to be perfectly honest with you.
I'm going to tap this for mana with Urza and a gnome for mana with Urza and an island. 2, 3, to Leo, draw a card, discard a card. I'm going to discard an Auton Soldier, which then comes back in as a Thopter, which is a copy of my Spine of Ishtar. So I get to blow something up. And this has Myriad as well, so if it stays around, I'll be making more Spine of Ishtars. What's the scariest thing on the board? Christ. There's a lot going on here. There's 2 Marcheses.
I mean,
His Marchesa has hexproof.
Big Albad the lad.
there is a massive shram.
There's a massive shram. I think I'm going to get rid of Albad the lad. I can't say it properly.
Sure.
That's probably helpful.
Yes.
Only for Steve.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in hand. I am going to pay 2, 3, 4, 5 to activate Leonardo da Vinci. Until end of turn, Thopters you control have base power and toughness XX, where X is a number of cards in your hand, which is 12.
Jesus.
So you got 2. Yeah, this is a 12-12, so you can kill one of us.
Yes.
Maybe 2 of us.
I've got no flyers.
You've got no flyers. You've got nothing with reach either.
No.
You're just basically attacking whoever you dislike the most.
Yeah, possibly.
You did kill my Ramses, so I think that's fair enough in the sense that... Yeah.
I think he is far more likely, now you've got rid of the commander, to kill you on his turn than I am on mine. Because look at what he's got stuff to attack you with to bring you down, and then he only needs to activate it. I now can't bring any of this stuff back on my turn.
I'm going to make 15 blockers with this. When it attacks, I make 15 nodes.
Steve's like, okay, basically.
So
Yeah.
I think I'm swinging 2 of these at you, Christian. This is a 12-12, and this is a 12-12 with 3 1-1 counters on it, so 15.
I cannot block, unfortunately. You sure you don't want to swing at him? Because he's got the Monarch and the initiative.
It's not over yet, mate.
I feel like next time if there's double monarch, you should have a scepter.
We'll buy a scepter.
Unfortunately, I will die.
Okay.
Christian, I hardly knew thee.
Oh, and it was really fun. I breached the multiverse in hand, so at the very least we were going to have a fun turn on my turn, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be.
Before I pass the turn to you, Wally, I've got one more thing to do. I'm going to tap 3 gnomes, which are artifacts, and cast... Ooh, no, make it more than that. Another 4, 6, 7, 8, down to 8. I'm going to overload March of Progress. For each artifact I control, I create a token that's a copy of it, which includes 2 Spine of Ishzars.
Okay.
And I'm going to blow up your commander and the Midnight Assassin.
Yep, they are both. Midnight Assassin will go to the graveyard. I will put my commander back in the commander.
I told you needed to kill Steve.
Well, I thought I was going to kill everyone.
Yeah, but I meant specifically Steve.
I don't think I had it on Steve.
Makes
anyway.
another Gear Hulk, which means I'll cast Reality Heist. Look at the top 7, 3, 4.
When will we
5,
learn not
6,
to leave the Mono Blue
7.
player alive? When will
Never.
this happen?
Never.
Or just Steve in general.
Yeah, I think Mono Blue's been on the show a few times and won every time.
Yeah, it has, yeah.
And I'm going to put a Gilded Lotus and Enigma Jewel into my hand, and then these go on the bottom in random order. I'll make another Construct, which I don't even know how big that is now.
I'm pretty sure it's not going to matter.
Yeah, I think
I don't know. I don't even know what I could draw.
I think maybe just pass, mate.
Another Gear Hulk, which makes 3 more gnomes, and I've got another Gear Hulk. And then I'll pass there.
Okay, so I will untap. On my upkeep, I will go into the Undercity, the first chapter. I'll get a basic land to my hand, because this is going to be really important, this guys. Like, this is big brain stuff that's happening here. So, I'll find this forest. I'll draw for turn. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. This is...
That's a victory sigh if I ever heard one.
What you got, Wally?
What?
Okay, well, you know what? I'll play an Urborg first. Where was that at the start of the game? Then I'll tap some lands. I'll play my commander again. You know what, Steve? We're going to swing everything at you.
Okay, how big are they?
3/3, 6/6 Death Touch, and a 2/2.
I'll block with 3 gnomes.
Yep.
Go down to 8 untapped gnomes.
And I'll pass the turn.
Okay.
In your upkeep, I'm going to tap Forbidden Orchard to give you a spirit.
Thanks, mate. Untap, draw.
There's your spirit.
Just swing, mate. Just swing at him.
Ends the suffering.
Yeah.
Tap 5 to give my Thopters plus 14 plus 14. So 1, 2, 3 of those at least coming at you.
Yeah.
You're very dead. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm very dead. Good game. Good
He
game.
wins again.
Good game.
Lewis, I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm not.
Blue's powerful.
Well played, guys. Well played.
Well, what have we learned for the 3rd time on the show? Kill the Mono Blue player.
Especially when he started off slowly as well.
Yeah. Well, we got rid of your commander. I thought it'd be enough, but yeah, I think what happened there is there was a moment in the game when all 3 of us were doing things, and I was like, we're very much concentrated on each other right now, and we definitely need to be concentrated over here. So,
oh, what a game though! Good fun. Everyone did their thing.
Everyone did their thing. I love this deck. I'm going to keep it together.
I quite like this as well. Actually, it's cool.
I know you say that Christian's the threat, but I think Steve is.
I think Steve might be officially the threat in this pod. Actually, yeah.
He's the prickly threat.
He's the biggest try-hard out of all of us. We
Oh, yeah.
No denying that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What I would say, if you are a Commander player who likes to win, may I recommend some other formats as well, because they are very much good for this. And Mono Blue is a deck in many other formats. Turns out Urza's good as well.
Who knew it?
It's not great now, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, did you guys have fun?
Had a great time.
Always.
Thank you very much for having us.
Yeah.
Once more, where can we find you? Because you didn't actually say at the start.
You can find us anywhere on Instagram, YouTube. Search Gathering the Magic, and it probably will come above Magic the Gathering because they're so different and
There's definitely not an oversight in the name choice.
What I'll say is, hopefully Christian or Wally will put it in the description. And,
We will, yeah.
And search there.
You can catch us on TikTok as well.
Yeah, TikTok's good.
Yeah. And MySpace.
Habbo Hotel.
Brilliant. Well, guys, thanks very much for coming on. If you are top tier Patreon, you'll get the post game wrap, which we'll leave a link to if you want to join the Patreon. But other than that, back to the studio. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
When will we learn to kill the mono blue player?
Actually, we were talking about this on the last episode of Boros having a 100% win rate, but I think Mono Blue does as well.
I think Mono Blue does as well. So, technically, the best colours in Magic are Mono Blue and Boros, which is actually. I'm always saying white and blue are the best. I don't know what red's
Arguably, maybe
doing
right. Yeah, I could sort of get on board with that. Why did we leave? It's because he had his commander removed a couple of times at the start, and we felt sorry for poor little Steve there in the corner. Yeah, with his ginger hair, looking all sad.
When he stopped,
and then he just
the stuff he was doing, and we tried our best to control him, but we couldn't do it. But then, of course, there was other scary things going on the board as well.
Well, I thought, I could have taken Steve out, when I sort of went for the win at the end, but you very selfishly pongified my win con. And Steve, if you're watching this, man, come on.
I want to know.
It would have been so cool.
I want to know what people think about the deal, because the way I'd set up, I was like, okay, and you'd said, don't worry, I'm going to deal with Steve, and I was like, okay, so I don't need to deal with Steve. But then what your plan was to deal with everybody, and it didn't come off, so we were just left with Steve.
Have you not learned that when I say I'm going to deal with a certain player, what I mean is I'm going to win the game?
But it was really, really good fun. I love that.
It's a really cool deck. That I'll have a play of it.
Yeah, I'm going to keep that one together, I think. And it's just so much fun the way it brings stuff back. It's hard to interact with, but it also seems a little bit fair. Need to think about maybe adding a couple of win cons to it to make it a little bit more powerful. But it was really, really good fun. If you want more post game wrap, consider joining our Patreon. It starts at £1 a month, but to get the post game wrap, that's the higher tier. And we have a chat with Lewis and Steve about all the decks and the game. And at tier, you also get to play Spell Table with us, and we've got Spell Table coming up really soon, so very excited for that. And it supports the channel a lot. And if that's too rich for your blood, then just give us a like and subscribe. That means the world as well. And comment. We love reading your comments. We reply to as many as we can. Yeah, thank you to all our patrons, especially, and of course everyone who interacts with the video. We love you as well. And don't forget that we will be at MagicCon Vegas. So if you are in the US or Canada or anywhere in North America that's going to that, or even if you're coming from further afar, make sure you come say hi with us and grab a game. Yeah, drop a comment. We'll try and get a game with as many people as we can. We haven't worked out our itinerary yet, but we will do our very best. We've got a stamp as well. Yeah, we will. So if you want to be stamped, yeah, we will stamp anything except cards. It doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't dry fast enough, which we did test. And last but not least, we will be live on Whatnot on Wednesday, the 10th of July at 6 p.m. Cracking Assassin's Creed, cracking MH3. And if you join using our affiliate link, you'll just get £10 to spend on whatever you want. You don't even have to spend it with us. Yeah. Free £10. What's not to love? And it gets you a mug. What more could you ask for? Exactly. But should we have some casual games with Lewis and Steve now? Let's go. Let's go.